lab. Okay, so here we are discussing today in your class about the Dbms lab and what are the lab experiment we having. Okay, what are the lab experiment we having and what are the lab experiment will be containing, what set of queries will going to be containing here. We let you want to see that. So before going to the experiment 1, I just want to know that what are the SQL commands are we having. What are the SQL commands we having? So let us check it out there. So first of all, SQL commands we see in that actually. Okay, number 1 we can call it the DDL. What we can call it? DDL, data definition language and data description language. Okay, then after DDL we will have DCL. What is meaning of this? Data control language. Okay, what is meaning of this? Data control language. Please be note down everyone. Next one we having a data DML, data manipulation language. Okay, data manipulation language. Then we having a TCL. TCL. What is one of the TCL here? Transaction control language commands. What is this? TCL stands for transaction control language. What is the last one we having? We having a DQL, data query language. Okay, data query language means we are going to be retrieving a data. What sort of data we having? So fundamentally I am segregating SQL commands into the DDL, DCL, DML, TCL and TQL. Now what we'll do, how many commands are there? Okay, for example I just want to one, I can call them as a create. Okay, 2 alter, 3 drop. Okay, and 4 we having a truncate. Okay, here in this DDL we have a create, alter, drop. Am I clear? Create, alter, drop. So what the comments we have in here? DCL, grant, one is a grant and second one is revoke. What is that? Revoke. Okay, so just writing revoke. Okay, and now here data manipulation language. In this data manipulation language, number 1 we having a insert. Okay, number 2 we having a update, number 3 we having a deletion. Right? What is this? Number 1 we having insert, update and delete. This belongs to data manipulation language. Come in. So next we're going to TCL. What is this? Number 1, number 2, 3 we having a save point. What is this? Save point. We having a data query language, we can call them as a select. What is this? Select command. Okay, this is about the basic SQL commands we have it. Okay, what is this? This is about the basic SQL commands we having in your Dbms lab. Okay, so here in your experiment 1, we're going to discussing about these all DDL commands here. Okay, in this experiment 1, so number 1, what we're going to say, we're going to create a table, with below attributes. What is that? Rule number. Okay, just give name and city. Okay, And what was the table name here we having? We having a table name is CIE B. What we want to do? We want to create a table. Okay, we want to create a table, and with these 3 attributes we want to follow that. Okay, then number 2, you have to insert 10 records data. Okay, 10 records of data. Then we're going to use select query. Make sure that whatever the data is existing in a database table. Am I clear so far? Now, how to create a table? So, before you want to create a table, you have to create a database. Okay, you have to create a database. Can you note down this? Okay. So here, what I'm doing here, I want to create a database. Okay. So in examination, you have to follow some formats. In examination, while you're writing your exam, so you have to follow some rules and regulations. Okay. You have to give the description about the command, what is the command, and description about the command, and syntax about the command and example of the command. Okay. So here I am talking about that create a table with the 3 attributes I am having. Okay. Now just we'll see that. So what was the command for creating a table? Create. Okay. Create a table. So you can use direct table, not need a table. What is the table name we having? CAB. Okay. B bracket. What is the attribute I am having here? Rule number, right? So I am going to be using rule number. Now, what was the attribute data type we need here? What is that? Integer. Rule number it is here. I am going to use integer. Okay. Integer. Here, after giving a data type, if you need, you have to mention the data size. But here, after mentioning a data type, it's not like a mandate to mention a data size here. Data size ni kachithanga mention cheyalannadi rule ledhu akkada. But data size ni manam mention cheyachchu, it's optional. Manam okvela data size ni kanne optional mana data size ni kanne mention cheyaledu anukonde, what was the default value for that annadi aa data size ni assign cheyadam jarugutundi akkada. Suppose if నాకు ఇంటీజర్ కి నేను రూల్ నెంబర్ కి ఐ నో దట్ ఐ హావ్ రూల్ నెంబర్ అనేసరికి ఐ హావ్ 431 అనుకుందాం. ఇది నా రూల్ నెంబర్ అన్నప్పుడు ఐ నో దట్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ మోర్ దెన్ 4 to 5 డిజిట్స్ కన్నా ఎక్కువ పట్టుతుంది. సో నేనేం చేస్తున్నానంటే డేటా సైజ్ ఐమ్ యూజింగ్ మెన్షనింగ్ as a 5 is the డేటా సైజ్ ఫర్ మీ. ఫర్ సపోజ్ నేను 5 అనేది నేను మెన్షన్ చేయలేదు అనుకోండి, అదేం చేస్తుందంటే బై డిఫాల్ట్ సైజ్ ఎంత ఉంటే అది తీసేసుకుంటుంది. సపోజ్ బై డిఫాల్ట్ సైజ్ అజ్యూమ్ దట్ బై డిఫాల్ట్ వచ్చేసి 25 ఉందనుకుందాం. అజ్యూమ్ దట్ ఇంటీజర్కి బై డిఫాల్ట్గా 25 వాల్యూ ఉందనుకుందాం. సో యాక్చువల్లీ మనకి ఎంత కావాలి వాల్యూ? 5 కావాలి. అంటే 20 స్పేస్ మెమరీ వేస్ట్ అయిపోతుంది అక్కడ. అందుకని ఆ మెమరీ వేస్టేజ్ని అంటే మెమరీ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో మనం ఆ మెమరీని మనం వేస్ట్ చేయడం అనేది చేయకూడదు. కాబట్టి వాట్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్, వీఆర్ మెన్షనింగ్ ద సైజ్ హియర్. దెన్ వాట్ వాజ్ ద ఫాలోడ్ బై ది కామా, వాట్ వాజ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ వీ హ్యావింగ్? సో నేమ్ లెట్ మీ నో దట్ what is the data type we having here? Yeah, varchar. Why varchar, guys? Can I call it as a Krishna 1 2 3 Sri Lakshmi 1 4 like that? No, na. Krishna, Sri Lakshmi, Srinivas, Sri, MLP like that only. There is no number at all. Then why we want to use varchar there? Is there any special characters is needed? No, na. Why then? Why? Because you have to give character only. You have to give char only. Okay. So the data type, whatever data type I'm mentioning here, that will be always depending on that what sort of data you are inserting in that particular attribute. అక్కడ ఆ డేటాబేస్ టేబుల్లోని ఆ పర్టికులర్ అట్రిబ్యూట్లో ఎలాంటి డేటాని మనం ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తున్నామో దాన్ని బట్టి మీ అట్రిబ్యూట్ టైప్ అన్నది డిసైడ్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. అర్థమైందా? సో ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ నాట్ allowing only name alphanumeric undante, then you can use character only, not need that. And I can use the size of this, I can say 25, okay, comma, and what I'm having next one, city, right? City, And with the data type again I want to use character only. Why? Because I know that city Rajahmundry, Kakinada, Visakhapatnam. అంతే కదా, సిటీ 143 లేకపోతే 123 ఏమి ఉండవు కదా. సో ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు యూస్ క్యారెక్టర్ అండ్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు యూస్ సైజ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అండ్ క్లోజింగ్ ఎ బ్రాకెట్ అండ్ యూజింగ్ ఎ సెమీకోలన్. ఐఎమ్ clear so far creating a table? Is it a command is clear for you? Right? So using this we're going to be done that. So here while I'm creating a table for a rule number, I thought that here in rule number should be like this. I want to enter rule number is 4301. That is the reason I'm taking as an integer. That is the reason I'm taking as a integer. For suppose if I want to enter, this is the rule number I want to insert, then I have to change that integer to var character. Why? Because my rule number is containing even alphanumeric values also, special characters also, anything else. Then I am going to use integer to var char. Am I clear? If not, I am using this is my rule number, so it will be fine for me. Okay. Now what was the second we having? We have to insert some data here. What is the insert query we having? Insert into what the table name we having? CIE B. Okay, values. And what the first value we having? Suppose I want to add like a 4301 and name is MLP and the city is KKD. Okay, this is that I want to insert in my table. Now tell me that what was the value number 1 we having? 4301. మనం ఇది న్యూమరిక్ వాల్యూస్ని మనం సింగిల్ కోట్స్లో పెట్టచ్చు, పెట్టకపోవచ్చు. సింగిల్ కోట్స్లో పెట్టినా ప్రాబ్లం లేదు, సింగిల్ కోట్లో పెట్టకపోయినా ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. బట్ క్యారెక్టర్ కానీ వేర్కార్ కానీ అది ఖచ్చితంగా కానీ సింగిల్ కోట్లో కానీ డబుల్ కోట్స్లో కానీ పెట్టాలి. ఓకే, వాట్ వాజ్ ద నెక్స్ట్ నేమ్ వీ హ్యావింగ్? వీ హ్యావింగ్ ఎ నేమ్